Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Ascension Messages. My name is Bobbie Richardson, and this is my channel, Bobbie the Messenger. So today we are going to do a tarot reading, and I am a channeler, but I do tarot every Tuesday just for fun. And then I do some free CHATBAR tarot readings for those in the CHATBAR once a week. On Thursday, I do my channeling, and I also channel through while I'm reading tarot as well, depending on what happens. Hey, Leanne, good to see you there. So, yeah, let's get into this. So today is for the week of the 3rd of January through to the 10th. And we'll see what comes through. The title they gave me was Every New Beginning. And they were saying that before I even started, they were telling me that all beginnings are present in every moment of our life. There's not, using the 1st of January for the new beginning of their life for the next year, so to speak. Pretty obsolete, actually, because the energies are shifting so thick and fast. And to keep up with them, we have to keep on refreshing our beginnings. In other words, what we don't really want in our reality, keep on allowing that to let go and stepping into the moment more and more and more as we go along, so that every moment is a new beginning. If you can get to that stage when something doesn't go so well for you, then it's a lot easier to move into creating the reality that you truly desire, rather than hanging on to something that went wrong, because it doesn't affect you as much. And that's really important. Hey, Leanne. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Tony. Hi, Annie, Malcolm, Jules, Shri, Lady. Good to see you guys. So, yes. Also, another thing that they're bringing up, I'm going to probably bring this up in, they keep on bringing up the soul's, our soul's purpose, what our soul is all about. And so I'll probably do bring that up on Thursday instead of the tarots, but that keeps coming up at the moment as well, what our soul is all about, and understanding our soul, understanding it, because we're only just starting to acknowledge it again. And so there's all these beautiful different, what would you call it, facets of the soul that one can use, that one is present, for one to tap into. And once we get rid of the more monkey mind we get rid of, the more we step into the moment, the more we can actually use that. So let's get into this tarot reading anyway. I'm using these cards, and I'm probably going to have to cover, if something comes up that's a little bit uncovered, I'll cover it up, because this isn't an R18 show. So let's see what we can do. But I do like these cards. Let's see what they're bringing forward. So, wow. Okay, there's a lot of us that are starting to step into our power, that's for sure. Okay, so we have a letting go, the 7 of Swords. This is the cards that came up. Nothing uncovered, that's good. So we have the High Priestess as the first one off the bat. Wow. So the first one for 2023 reading is the High Priestess. This is huge. Like, this is us really stepping into our feminine power, understanding the psyche of ourselves, realizing that there's more to life and the essence of who we are than what we were gifted, what we were given in schools and the programs and by our parents and everything else. We were literally here had to shift this reality into what was a natural given reality for humanity to actually adventure through. It's got more to do with us adventuring through this life and with purpose and integration with Gaia, understanding our new abilities, our abilities to be more than what we were taught. It's letting go also, because the Seven of Swords came in reverse, and look, he's trying to work really hard here. If we turn it upside down, up the right way, sorry, he's trying to work really hard, but his mind is clouded by all of these swords. Oh, if I do this work, what's going to happen? That person's going to stab me with that. If I project this, and someone's going to come with another. This is all logic mind holding on to reality that logic is trying to create, and yet logic can never create something or bring in anything new, because all it does is protect. But it's overprotecting. There's too many rules, too many monkey minds within the mind, and so the man is trying to work, but he's going what if down here. Now that was in reverse for this week, so that's great. That means that we're starting to understand that these swords need to fall, need to be let go of, we no longer need them anymore. That in itself would actually bring that reality back to you, because focus is one of the main things that create our reality. And it doesn't matter whether the logic's focusing on it or whether our soul's focusing on it. It doesn't matter if our intuition's focusing on it. It's whatever is the focus, the dominating focus or point of view from your existence and your reality that ends up creating the illusion. So we're letting go enough to be able to step into being the High Priestess. And the next one that came up was the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So that's fantastic. So Five of Pentacles was always, I'm left out, I'm alone, nobody really cares for me. Why would they? And why would they when you're constantly saying that to yourself? When you're feeling that way about yourself, others will start playing and doing their games over here and having fun. You won't even be noticed by those that are having fun when you're in this misery and this victimization and this feeling a lack of, because it's not the same vibrational meet. Sorry, I have like an eyelash in my eye. Funny that. Not seeing clearly who you truly are. And then this being in reverse really means that that's time to stop being the victim to your life. That's being the victim to your life and constantly thinking of what others are going to think of you. That is literally causing the issues. So the High Priestess is stepping forward. She's the one that we have been hiding from. She's the power that we've been hiding from. And how do we hide from it? Our logic overprotects us. Our logic tells us we're not big enough, we're not strong enough to be able to hold the energy of the High Priestess. We're not good enough. We're not worthy enough. So this is what's been let go of more and more and more as we go along on our journey. And let's see what else comes up here. I'll get some more tarot. Morning, Donna. Good to see you guys. Morning, Margaret. Click the like bar. Thank you. Yes. That would be really appreciated. Then we can get these messages out more and more as well to others that need them. The more that people that like and share and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. That would be fantastic. Okay. And it's not much to do really, is it? So let's go on with this. What do we want to do? Do we want to clarify? Okay, we want to clarify. Priestess. Clarify the priestess with... No, you're kidding me. Okay. clarify the Seven of Swords. I've got too many. I'm going to choose this one. And clarify the Five of Pentacles. Pentacles. Time to make a decision. Okay. So to clarify the High Priestess, we have the Five of Chalice in reverse. So up till now, we've been constantly consumed by what's been going wrong in our life, constantly consumed by what did not work. And that led to that focus of it coming back around again. The High Priestess within us is wanting us to see beyond what didn't work, to take the ropes to our reality and the reins to our reality, and plot a new path, like literally make something beautiful out of that. See what you could see what went wrong. Okay, that's understandable, but you don't want to be focusing in on it. It's an understanding and a lesson that we went through in that moment. And that means that we can use those things that went wrong to say, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to speak in such a rough tone to that person. That didn't make me feel good about myself. I'm not going to be victimized by another in another scenario. Instead of, what happens if that happens again? Oh my God, that's going to happen again. And then you end up bringing it back into yourself and you don't change. You keep on doing the same problem over and over because your fear of it happening keeps on bringing it up. So to be the High Priestess, it's not that nothing goes wrong with her. It's that she utilizes those things that she feels is an imbalance within her to quickly shift out of it and to quickly step into a new moment, a new beginning, a new moment, a new beginning, and constantly do that. It's not that things won't always go perfect for us, because those things are there for us to teach us when we need to move into something else. It is that we learn through our mind not to hang on and to cling on to past problems. And the faster we can get over things, the faster we feel lighter within ourselves and have more space within our minds to be able to move through into creating what we truly desire. The thing that the card that I chose for the Seven of Swords was the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is really wanting to burst out of this man instead of worrying about what went wrong. She does not worry about what went wrong. And very feminine again. So it's the feminine part of ourselves taking charge here. She can look after herself. Intuition can look after herself. You know what it is? It is support of this. So in other words, up till now, humanity has been taught that unless there's something physical in front of them to prove to somebody that it is right, intuition was just kind of chucked out the door. But we chucked it out the door within our own self as well, so fearful of what others would think and how others would make us feel. But if we decide we're not going to feel that way, we're going to support our intuition, we stand up for ourselves. No, I have a really good intuitive guide on this, and I'm going to speak up. I'm going to use my sword and intelligence to speak up and prove that I am right. I know I'm right now. I'm starting to stand up for my intuition, my gut, and my understanding that I am more than just logic and something that's tangible. That there is way more to life. Sorry, one of the cards flipped over, fell off. So then we have with the Five of Pentacles, which is that victimized state of mind. We have the Three of Wands, and it came out together with the Magician. So the Three of Wands is, to me, it's like standing the ground and going, you know what, I'm not doing this story anymore. There's those that are coming behind him. They're on an adventure, they're on a story, and he's like standing there going, I could either use these buttons for different things. I could use them to hide behind. I could use them to attack. I could use them, or I could use them as a point or a reference within my reality to say, no more. I'm not doing this victimized thing anymore, which is what this is telling us about. Taking new action, taking a new adventure, choosing a different path. And the different path came along with the Magician, which came in as a card in last week's reading as well, where the Magician is standing strong in himself and understanding that he is more than what he's been told, and he's no longer listening to his monkey mind anymore. It's no longer listening to what this guy's worried about anymore. He's using everything that he has within himself to prove to others that there is more to life than just the physical evidence of life. So there's a lot of feminine energy raising in our reality at the moment, and the power that comes with that goes beyond what we were taught. There's a definite fear from the logical side, or those that are holding on to a practical life, a definite fear there that they have, the reason why they always put everybody down, because of their fear of how powerful that intuition and magic within us is, and gut instinct is. And that's why those who make the rules, so to speak, will constantly put others down and make them feel like they're insane if they do use something that makes them feel vulnerable. And they will be vulnerable because there is a lot of power within the feminine psyche as it rises. So this is all about that. That's happening in 2023 and beyond too, obviously. So that was really kind of powerful, wasn't it? Let's get some oracle cards. I'm going to get some oracle cards. Choose these ones. Hey, Julie. Good to see everybody here. Hey, Liz. Happy New Year to you too. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a fun one. Okay, 2022 is absolutely fantastic for me, guys. And I think that it feels like there's going to be more of us that are going to start understanding that they can actually ground their utopia or their heaven or whatever you want to call it, the best life possible on earth. They did bring me back to there's this one scene that was in Merlin, and there was, I've forgotten what her name was. She was like the evil dark lady. I think she was Lady of the Lake. Not sure, but she was power within herself, and she's like just angry with everything. People are angry too, they're telling me. People are angry sometimes because they're not appreciated and they're not seen for their worth. But that's within their own lack too. But in any case, this scene keeps coming up when Merlin's walking up to her and she's like, I'm just going to fly off the handle here and do whatever and, wield my magic. And Merlin just turns around and goes, I'm not listening to you anymore. I'm walking out of here. You have no power over me. And I can prove that by turning around and saying, you don't exist to me anymore. And they keep bringing this scene up with me throughout the years of showing me to whenever there is something that has gone out of balance like that, to just give it no power. Just walk away and say, you have no power over me, and I know who I am. I'm strong enough in myself to know that I deserve to live in this body, in this reality. And that's how and then just walk off and not give it any attention. It's the attention that we give something that gives it that feeling of power. Any sort of attention gives it that feeling of power. If it doesn't have the victimized attention or the angry attention, it will move on to something else that will give it that, because it can't, if you just sit there as a nothing, it doesn't get the feeling, the empowered feeling that it's looking for, that it's lacking within itself. Okay, soulful appreciation, heartfelt gratitude. Okay, we've got one card that's come out. Oh my gosh, okay. So, very yellow. I want one more card. Okay, more than one card, but we'll do that. So we have soulful appreciation and heartfelt gratitude, and the weighing of the physical next to the intuition, the abundance in the outer world next. Now both are needed. Like, you can't go through life saying that money isn't money is a substitute, really, for abundance, so that it can be physically taken off you or physically given to you. The true essence of abundance is the knowing within oneself that you will always be looked after by your outside reality, because you love yourself and support yourself enough. That's the true essence of abundance, where you don't have to carry anything, but you have an acknowledgement of self. But because money is part of that, that can be the gift, can be money in a physical form, and things do have to come in physical form for you to have your house over your head, right? Food that you put in your belly and so forth, a bed that you lie in so you can actually sleep that's comfortable and so forth. So there's that physical side of things. I'm not dismissing any of that. We're not living in an etheric world here where everything is manifested in real time and then disappears in real time whenever we don't need it. That is something that actually humanity can move into, and where I feel that we can go, but it's not where it is at the moment. We're in a denser reality where everything comes in a physical form, and our logical brain holds it there in that physical form so that we can actually utilize it. But the soulful appreciation is an understanding that the soul needs to be just as appreciated as the physical world. When we get that balance right, that our soul is just as important as the physical world, then we have more magic at our plate. We have more understanding of who we are. That was next to the healing heart and love, acceptance, and romance. So for those that are looking for romance, I'd say that this week and this month is going to be a nice place to actually reach, like stretch out and see, just see who comes in from a very light-hearted place. Do what you love doing. Look at all the gold in here, abundance and gold in these colors. Like, do what you really appreciate for yourself. Stretch out a little bit, and not only abundance will come in, but also love and romance will come in. It's starting to have a better understanding of who you are. These ones I haven't even seen yet. So we have, both of them came in reverse, which you don't do your oracle cards usually in reverse, but interesting. Letting go of urgency, surrender, freedom, and time constraints. This is a very light workers energy. Light workers have this urgency. They have to be doing more, we need to let go of that and have real full trust in the divine timing of everything, because sometimes you're ready to do something, but the rest of the world needs to catch up to your divine timing. Divine timing can be very quick, and it can be a patient thing. Divine timing is all to do with the energy of everything and alignment with everything. So letting go of urgency. When we're feeling like there's something urgent to be going for, we're constantly telling our reality that we are looking for. We're never quite getting there. So it's important to let go of that urgency. And then the other one that came in reverse was beneath the surface, hidden truths, something unknown. Ooh, mysteriousness, right? mysterious stuff coming our way. And I would say that's because we're starting to tap into what we truly just say we deserve and desire. And just because if you're in a family and others don't agree with you, doesn't matter. It's to do with how you feel about yourself. Doesn't matter. Because they will either shift and change up with you without even realizing it, because you're shifting your universe within you, or they will move away, and you need to let go of that as well. But beneath the surface, something hidden and truths coming forward. Ooh, I would say there's some interesting things coming to light. The power within the ones that are balanced, the power within us is just becoming more and more and more immense and more relaxed within that power. And within that, those that are out of balance are going to even see themselves even more out of balance, even more angry and more, until they get to a point where it's like a rubber band pulled so tight within them that they have to let go, because it's either letting go or leaving this body, and that's consuming yourself. Most of them will just go, I need to let go of this stuff and see what's beyond. And it's in that letting go where they feel this peace within themselves, at least for moments, at least for a day or something like that. And then they'll go, okay, how do I get to that? Because that's like the roadmap. That's like the end point of the adventure where they need to go to. But we have to sometimes feel the tension before we get to it. For some reason, they're bringing that up. Like there's something beneath the surface that's showing itself. It's bigger than what we first thought. So it's exciting stuff coming our way anyway. Okay. Hey, Chris, good to see you. Thanks. How can we show the divine spirit our desires? Okay. So instead of seeing divine spirit as something outside of yourself, see it as a essence or understanding of who you are. And then those that come outside of us is always a mere reflection and a mirror of how we feel about ourselves, who we are, or what we decide we are. We've been taught to look outside of ourselves for something to help us, because that is the logical way of how the logic program runs. But when we bring in the soul and the intuition, our soul knows it has a fuller understanding that it is part of a oneness, and the oneness is bigger than, it is all encompassing, it is everything. So to prove to your universe your desires is merely to ask and to say, this is what I deserve. I know I deserve this. I desire this, and it's coming from my heart. It's coming from my passion, and so I deserve it. And so show me the path. And you are actually doing that. You're actually creating that path. And so the spirits will come in that are so-called outside of you, but have interlocking energetic understanding of what you're desiring. They will come in as a quest to be part of your quest and help. But it always comes from within you and how you feel about yourself that's creating your reality. So, okay, let's go from here. We've got 28. I'm going to start choosing cards for those that want them. I'll pick, what do we do? One angel card for, well, everyone's saying yes, please, and catching up on the CHATBAR. Trust yourself, guys. Trust yourself. This isn't about trusting others. We always say, oh, we've got to trust others before we let them into our reality. No, trust yourself to choose the people that you want into your reality. You are the one that's choosing the people in your reality. So when you trust yourself to choose the right people, then the right people will appear in your reality. Okay. And that includes spirits and entities and anything that's outside of you. It's coming from you. Okay, which cards will I use, guys? use tarot, little ones. We have Tony Roberts. I'm just going to pick and choose people as I go along. I hope that I don't double up on anyone. You know what? If I double up, I double up. I'm sort of over it. If I miss someone, I miss them. I can't be. I'm just going to let things go now. Okay. Tony Roberts. Tony, so you have interesting. So Tony, this came out in reverse, which was the Six of Pentacles. Giving and sharing and taking and being responsible for how your flow of energy is coming and going. It is when you start to allow your flow, the flow of giving and taking or accepting rather. Sometimes we are blocked within accepting because we think that the more that we give, the more you actually gain power by that. But it's actually an imbalance as well, because when we are constantly giving to others and we are not receiving, big imbalance. The universe, the reality outside of us is constantly giving and absorbing. That's how a tree grows. That's how we grow. That's how we flourish. So just be aware of the give and take in your own energy, because the one that really popped out was the Empress, which came out as the first. I think it came out last week. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The Empress card is knowing thyself from an intuitive point of view. So there is an acceptance that I think that you're not allowing in your reality, because if you accept it, it feels like if you accept it, then you're giving away your power to having to that either you owe or something like that. And yet a true acceptance is to, they're reminding me of Steve Irwin in the animal zoo in the farm. And he used to say, I don't care where the money comes from, because he would transform the money's energy into something beautiful to help the animals. So he would say, I don't care where the money comes from. When I get it in my hands, it's going to be used for the benefit of. And that was his passion and his desire. And not to say that he didn't look after himself. He didn't build his own house first. He didn't have things for his children as well. So he had a plan for himself first. He filled his own bottomless bucket, but he also looked out for the animals too. He knew that was important to make sure that he was okay as well. So just be aware of your energy. Anyway, give and take. I can get really entangled in these readings. Who else am I going to choose? So we have Freezy Peach. Freezy Peach, who I know is, you changed your name, right? You told me. Free Speech. Freezy Peach. Freezy Peach. Freezy Peach. Freezy Peach. Freezy Peach. Freezy Peach. Ooh. I feel like there's a knot coming up for you. So some sort of blockage, an entanglement that you've got yourself into, that you're getting yourself out of. You're seeing it for what it is. So we have the Seven of Pentacles here. Understanding of your hard work and what you've done. But for some reason, they're telling me that hard work is enough. There's something else coming for you. You're shifting everything instead of focusing in on what's not working, what didn't work for you. That you're allowing more of honestly, a free spirit to come and help and guide, because you're turning into the free spirit that you are. You're opening up yourself and unknotting the problem and allowing something new to come in for this year. And it's a really nice feeling. It's just freedom, feeling of freedom. That's what I'm feeling for you. Okay, we've got Sarah K. Sarah K. Sarah K. Sarah K. Sarah K. We have the 9 of Swords, Sarah. So there might be moments where you are waking up overthinking a few things. Use this time when you wake up and you overthink and you're overthinking and going over. Use that time to practice taking control of your monkey mind. Use that time to go, nah. You know what? Distract yourself. Put on, even if it's 3 a.m, put on a movie or a tarot reading or something like that. Just shove something else in your brain for a while, because you want to train yourself to distract yourself from anything that is overshadowing your beautiful heart, your beautiful connection to your soul. So it's coming up for a purpose for you to exercise. It's kind of like putting a gym in front of you and going, now see how far you can go. So it's almost like coming up in a moment so that you can release. And then you'll start to realize just how blooming powerful you are. Because sometimes when we're confronted with the worst thoughts or the worst things or the worst, and we get over them and they dissipate from our reality, we're like, oh my God, I am that powerful. That is really powerful stuff. So it's actually a lesson at the moment. Leanne F. Leanne F. Leanne F. So don't forget, I am live on Thursdays with channelings as well. I like to go live on with channelings because it's in real time and you can see what really happens. It's not, something that I've put together. So I'm doing that. I'm also and I've also put together my nearly finished my house tour, so you guys can see my beautiful home that I moved into and my little family, although my teenage daughter would rather not be in it. And she's a bit shy. And what else? I've also got another message that I'll probably be putting together soon. So yeah. And I'm going to change up my whole website, but I'm going to go on my holiday first, and then I'm going to come back, change up my website. So it's going to be a whole new thing where you guys can come and get readings from me, but it's still going to be segregated into different facets so that you can have more fine tune your readings. Anyways, Leanne F. So I have not forgotten you. I pulled your cards out first before I started to talk about that. So we have the Wheel of Fortune coming up for you. Beautiful card for 2023 moving into in the week of this week. So there's some new beginning coming, finishing off something, and a new start for you in development. Really let go, really let go. Just trust. There's Knight of Chalice coming in, almost like Knight in Shining Armor. So there could be somebody wanting to offer you their cup, and gift you something that's going to help you with this new beginning. So yeah, that's nice. It's a nice. There's a couple more cards that came out, but otherwise I can get too into it. Debbie Oliver. Too many cards. Debbie. Queen of Pentacles come up for you, Debbie. So really starting to understand how abundance works, how abundance isn't always to do with how much you have in the bank account, how much and that unworthy feeling that you have if you don't feel you have enough. Abundance is an understanding that you do deserve, and that is coming towards you. So you're self-deserving of who you are, that you're creator, and you can make this adventure, turn this adventure around into whatever you desire, means that when you are gifted something of abundance, the Queen will never say, oh no, that's too much. She will never say, oh, I owe you back. She will never. She will just say, thank you. And thank you, universe, for allowing you to have that abundance. I will use this to benefit the growth of myself and my outside environment as much as what's needed. So thank you, and that's enough. So it's how we feel about ourselves that we are giving abundance to us. Oh, there was a message coming through there. Sorry, and I didn't quite grasp it. But anyway, who else have we got here? So, you're welcome, Freezy Peach. Yes, I remembered. Ida. Ida. Okay, Ida, there's like you've got the Three of Chalice that's in reverse. It's like a yearning for our company. I almost feel cold. A yearning for company. Let's see what else comes out for you, Ida, just to help. Yeah, feeling left out in the cold a bit. You know what? To get this card out to begin with in reverse means that this is absolutely in your immediate reality, that I'm starting to feel like there's maybe a lack of trust of others. If you bring, like I said before, if you bring that lack of trust of others back to trusting yourself to choose the right people, then you will work out a lot more. And then you'll realize that you don't have to be alone and feeling left out in the world. That this will gift you the feeling of understanding that you're trusting. If you don't trust others, then you're saying that you don't trust yourself to choose others. If you say to yourself, I'm trusting to choose others, and someone comes into your reality and they act nice, but you've got a gut instinct, your gut's going, I don't like this person. There's something here that feels squiff I don't like about them. But they look nice on the outside, right? Could be narcissism or something like that. Got the fake smile on, blah, blah, blah. There's a lesson here to be able to say no. There's a lesson here to be able to trust yourself to say no. And that opens this door to, that person feels nice, to allow them to come in. And there's a lesson there for you on trusting yourself with company. And it comes from you and how you can, it's like the more you can say no to the things that really do not feel right, and no physical reason, no physical understanding of it, no logical reason for it. It's all coming from your intuition. Your intuition is great, by the way, Ida. You have a very strong intuition. This is a lesson in learning to follow that. Okay, who else have we got here? Okay, let's go for, hey Margie, let me, David Lewis. Oh, that just flew out. Okay, David Lewis, you got the Knave of Wands. The Knave of Wands is he's let go of those that aren't in your reality, that's not conducive to who you are, and doesn't have to be that they're evil or anything like that. It's just that it's not meshing. And so she's walking off. She has her fire in her hand. And also they're telling me for you to trust. When you have trust in others to look after themselves, then you have more power for yourself. And when we don't have trust in others to look after themselves, then we're constantly entangled in their energy. And then they feel like they're the victim. They feel like they're never good enough unless you're there. And then they never feel their power. But when you start to trust others to look after themselves, they start to see their own light. They start to see their own power. They start to stand on their own 2 feet. They can walk away if they want. They can stay with you if they want. They have choice then, but it's more conducive energy, and you have people around you that you're not trying to help and heal and all of that sort of stuff, that they're there for good purpose. They're there for good reason. And you have more energy for yourself. And that's worthy of you to trust others that they know what they're doing. They're creating their own reality, and all you need to do is start to focus in on yourself. Take back your power to those in the past that you've given your power away to a lot to help. Start to take it back, because we need to start to trust in ourselves, and then that it bleeds out to trusting others can look after themselves. Yes, they might go down the wrong path for a little bit, but then when they pick themselves up themselves, they have a fuller understanding of the power of themselves. A true guru, a true Buddha, a true whatever master of their own right will never show somebody else exactly what they should be doing. They will always allow that person to stand on their own 2 feet by doing it themselves, because that's when they really truly learn their lesson, and they're not leaning on the master to be the guide. Okay, how are we going here? So Annie, did Annie ask? I'm just picking names now, not even looking. That's so funny. This easy. Let's do Michelle. Michelle Gard. Michelle Gard. Gard. If I'm saying that right. Oh, you've got the moon in reverse. Oh, that brings out this card for me. Where are you? Where are you? Are you? Okay, the moon reverse is very much like this card here, beneath the surface, hidden truth, something unknown. The moon in reverse to me, because even the moon in upright is unknown aspects of self coming forward. Fuller understanding of who you are. Look, this person here, he's a man, a knight in armor. He's protected himself, and he's walking into the river or the ocean of emotions. And when he does that, what's going to happen to his armor? Yeah, he feels he's protected by it, but when he walks into the ocean or the river of emotions, he is not. He will rust up, he will seize up, he will not be able to move. There's something about that that's coming out from these cards for you. Understanding that the protection that you have of yourself is literally limiting your experience. Something big there happening for you. Okay. Okay. Who else have we got here? David, thank you so much for your time spent online, and I really enjoy watching. Okay, Lady Isabella. If I haven't chosen you, just put your name down underneath again, and I'll go to the bottom. Okay, so Ooh, lady, you've got chalice, romance, right? Ooh. Or a partnership in business that is in equal standings. A union coming. Yeah, I think it's more to do with business more or some sort of intelligence. Mind you, that knight in shining armor, it could be entwined. Ooh. Anyway, this card is a new beginning within the psyche of oneself and the intelligence of who you are, and a meet with another that's of the same. So that's what I feel for you. Oh my God. Anthony. Oh, terrible. English is really not my thing at all. Better known names. Terribly dyslexic. Tony. Anthony. Okay, we have the Chariot. So there's movement coming in your reality. It's okay. This card here is Seven of Wands, which is picking up the baton to be able to fight off those and warn those off that you don't want in your reality. But there's a definite movement away from all of that through balance of oneself. So we can't find the balance of ourselves when we're constantly fighting, because all that is projecting out ourselves that we need to protect our physical self. And yet we're not allowing our intuitive self to come forward and protect us by giving us gut feelings and understandings of the magical side of ourselves. So they're asking you to move forward with balance and put down the baton, stop fighting, and realize that at any given time, if you do need to pick that up, then you can, but it'll only be for a fleeting moment, because you don't want to stay stuck in fights. You don't want to stay stuck in fights, but we want to be able to use whatever method is at our disposal in a moment. As soon as we feel like we're entangling ourselves with something that we don't like, we need to let go. Otherwise, we're fueling that into a bigger story for ourselves to fight even more. So, but it's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, I can, if I really want to, pick up this baton and say no. That's where my border is, my boundary is. And then the power behind that is that I don't need to, but I will if I need to, kind of thing. And then I put it down, and then I can move into creating what I want again, because that person sees that you will not put up with. You've got boundaries. You've got strong boundaries within yourself. Who else have we got? Liz. Right at the bottom here. Yeah. Liz. Sorry. I'm like staring into the... Okay. Let's see. It's too many. Just one or two, thank you. Let's see. Interesting. And bringing up, when I first started to become psychic, my nose started to itch a lot. And then it was like my intuition was oozing out my nose, and it would itch whenever I become psychic. Or I would... and the reason why they're bringing that up, Liz, for you, is it's like there's signs coming up for you, but to let go of the past signs to allow fresh, new. Don't always hang on to, because something worked for you in the past, it was a stepping stone for you to move into the future. When we live in the moment, we move on to the next step. We need to let go of the past and all that was encompassing. They're bringing me to imagining a big white canvas and just whitewashing it and saying, you know what, I say to myself when I'm feeling entangled with life and it's too much, I say, I'm not a mother, I'm not an artist, I'm not a psychic, I'm not a seer, I am nothing, I am nothing. And then I imagine my life just being whitewashed out. And then I say to myself, what do I really love? What do I love about myself? What do I want in my adventure? And I bring that back up and I imagine it painting on this canvas. And the reason why I'm saying that to you is because it's almost like there's something that you've been holding on to that you say is the only way that you can do something. But if you hold on to it too long, when it's not conducive in the new energies, it's going to limit you, even though it worked in the old. So you didn't get a card, but you did get a reading. For a channel reading instead. Snizana. You got Ten of Chalice in reverse. Ten of Chalice in reverse. This is, oh, look at that. Just slipped out of my hand like that. Oh, maybe there's a fear for you that you're not going to actually get what you truly wish in your life. And like the fear is actually stopping you because the focus is on the fear rather than the experience of what you're desiring. You did come up with another card and it is the World. So there's some worldly affair that you would really want to come fruition. Something bigger than just you and your immediate family, where you're encompassing more. But there is a fear around if it slips out of your hand and what's gonna happen. If please don't worry about what other people think and just trust this. This is not going to slip out of your hands. This is what you deserve, and what you desire is what you deserve. It will work for you in the end. But just be aware of that fear of it not working out. Once we're aware of it, then we can see where we're lacking. Yeah. Okay. Chris, don't be sorry. Look, I'll say sorry to apologize, but I don't hang on to the sorry, so it's all good. Sarah. Too many. Sarah Brinkerhoff. Oh, that one wants to come out for you. The Empress. Ooh. Okay, so Sarah, stepping into your power. Who are you when you imagine yourself as the absolute best? So they want you to start seeing yourself as the queen of your reality, which we all are. We're all the queens and kings of our reality. We're all the empresses and the emperors of our reality. Why? Because it's the only existence that you know about. From your inner self and what you know in your environment is the only thing that exists. So there is only one queen, king, empress, emperor, and it is you and how you feel about yourself. That's it. That's all, guys. That's all she wrote. There's no one outside of you that is more important, more luxurious, more anything. It's just that in those points that you see them as, they've cleared enough for that to become in their reality, but only in those points, not in everything in their reality. When we all truly step into this understanding that we are more than, we start to fight less, we start to become victimless, we start to stand proud in who we are, and we start to create the desired outcome, which literally shifts Gaia, literally shifts humanity's consciousness into creating a utopia and grounding it on earth. So they're wanting you to step into the empress of yourself, have a better understanding of that. Yay. So you sumac, you have the Knight of Chalice that popped out for you. So an offering is coming for you this week, an emotional offering that is worthy. It could be a fleeting thing. It could be something like, I don't know why I said fleeting, but yeah, I feel like there's somebody coming into your reality that's going to help you with your emotional wounds. When people come into your reality, don't hold on to them, and don't hold on to them. Just allow them to be present in the moment, and learn as much as you can off them in that moment. Let's see if I can pick one more card for you. The Hangman, but it's in reverse. So seeing life from a different perspective. When somebody comes up to you with an emotional cup, don't always see it as they're in lack of, because sometimes the emotional cup is here to teach you and where you are seeing things in the wrong way. Anyway, there's something there. Oh, I hope you got that. It's probably doesn't matter anyway. You're very welcome, Michelle. I appreciate all you guys. Any case, I think I'll leave it there. Next Thursday, or this Thursday, we have my channeled messages that come through, usually Pleiadians, Arcturians, Source Energy, Gaia herself. Elementals can sometimes come through as well. I do have other beings that come through, and if they want to, then they can. Like I've had Thoth come through. It just depends, and I don't try to force anything. I just allow it to happen. I like to tap into the Pleiadians because their energy and mine is very similar, and it feels really good. It feels like I'm returning home. Also, I am in my reality thinking to create another portal, stepping through a portal. And that is probably going to be a second one for Pleiades, because I really feel them yearning to give me a second one, because even when they ended the last one, they're like, until next time kind of thing. So I will really enjoy doing that. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. So in the end, my big thing is I'd love to make a movie. I really want to make a movie on produce a movie on Pleiades energy and channel through them for a movie to come through. But that's, in the distant future. We'll see where that all goes. Love you guys heaps. Thank you so much for everything. And until Thursday or next Tuesday, or if I see you before, look out for my video too that I've got for my home. I've just created a video. I'm finishing it up now to take you for a tour around my new home that I've got with my beautiful new man. And we will go from there. Love you guys. Bye.